And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Howdy folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at the Haunted Mansion from Disney Call of the Spirits game. Now, this is not the first game about a ride at Disney World. We've already seen one based on their Jungle Cruise, which was pretty dreadful. Although their movies about their rides kind of range from amazing Pirates of the Caribbean to, well, anyway, the Haunted Mansion. But the Haunted Mansion itself, I've been there. I know a lot of people really like it, have a lot of nostalgia for it. I thought it was okay. But it had some cool things, and it definitely is the least spooky ride in existence. But how is this game? I don't care about a ride. I don't care about Disney. I don't care about any of that. I just want to know if the game is good. So let's find out. Each player is going to have a piece that starts in this rotating room that's going to be moving around this hallway here. You have the hitchhiker ghosts, which are going to start there. And then you have a deck of cards, a small little tiny deck of cards, and then this is the most important deck because this is going to control each round. And when you draw the final round, that's it. The beginning of each round, players are going to draw this. This is going to show you how the hitchhiker ghosts move and in what direction. So this one, they'll go 3 spaces that way. If anyone's in a room that's next to them when they move, then you have to draw a haunt card. Haunt cards are not good. You don't want them. And they're values of 1, 2, and 3. And you keep them secret which ones you get. So if the ghost had moved there and green had been in this room that they moved through, green would have gotten a card. Then you're going to draw cards equal to the number of players, in this case 4 plus 3, and you're going to put these face up starting where the hitchhiker ghosts are. You'll put 2 in that room, 2 ghost cards in that room, and then 1 clockwise around the table. And any cards that are there from previous turns will stay there, so it's possible there could be 5, 6 ghosts in a room. You also will pay attention to the event card because it will tell you some special rule. Like here at the end of the game, at the end of your turn, you can get rid of one of your ghost cards to discard 2 haunt cards. Then starting with the person who has the first player token, players are going to get 3 actions that they can take on their turn. One of their actions can be moved to an adjacent room. So that could be an action. If I'm here, that could be an action. Another action is you can just rotate as far as you want. So if you're in one outer room, it's an easy way to get to another room you want. You can also collect a ghost card from the room that you're in. Simply take it. If you collect a ghost card from the place where the hitchhiker people are, you get it, but you're also going to get a haunt card. You can also, if you're in the middle room, the seance room, you can discard a haunt card. Get rid of one of these, hopefully a higher valued one, but you can only do that one once per turn. And then once per turn, you can also duel someone else. If you're in the same room as somebody else, you can duel them to steal one of their ghosts. Each person will secretly take one of these dials, and they're going to put how many of these cards they're willing to take. And it's from 0 to 3, and whoever is higher gets to keep the ghost card, but they also will draw that. Guess what, though? If you're lower, you'll still draw those cards. Now, why are you collecting ghost cards? Because at the end of the game, they're worth points. See, for these, for example, if you have 1, worth 0, but 2 of them makes them worth 7 points. These are a little bit different. 1 is 3 points, 2 are 0, and 3 are 12 points. These statues are just 25 points if you get 5 of them. We have cards here where you're trying to collect sets. Like this says, if I have 3 umbrella cards, I would get 15 points at the end of the game. Or if I get 1 of each of the different symbols, I'll get 18 points at the end of the game. Some cards do special things. This lets me discard one of the haunt cards when I collect this one. Other ones, well, here's another one that does that. This one, draw a card from the ghost deck when you do this one. Move 3 rooms. This one, you draw a haunt card when you collect this one. Some are worth extra bonus points at the end. This is 1 point plus 1 for each unique icon. 1 point plus 2 for each shoe icon that you have. So you're going to be collecting these, and at the end of the game, you're going to add them all together, except you're going to add together all the haunt cards, and whoever has the highest value of haunt cards in their hand has to discard all the same ghosts of one type. So let's say I had, and it's your biggest type. So if I had 5 greens, and that's the most of any type of ghost I have, I would have to discard all those. You then add up points, and whoever has the most is the winner. I'm a big fan of all the artwork in this game. I don't know that every card is different, but it feels like they are. Like these are 3 of the same cards. I haven't gone through and compared them all, but it feels like it's unique artwork. The card quality is okay, but the art is fantastic. Oh, there we go. There's a duplicate one. All right, but for the most part, they're all very, very different. And that's a lot of fun to see all these different ghosts in here. They're not very scary ghosts. The board itself is fine. This thing just comes out here in the middle, just sits in there, but it rotates well. These are ridiculous, though. These are really ridiculous. They're really small. If you're going to do this, why not just do tiles or something? I don't like these. This is a component I don't like. These are too small of cards. But that's the only thing I don't like. Everything else about the game is fine. This is a solid family game. You are collecting ghost cards and you're trying to get different sets. This is nothing new. You know, these 2 or 0, 1 is 0, 2 or 7, things like that. We've seen that before. Getting actions to move around. At first I thought, why would you ever move when you can just rotate the board, but you need to move into the middle. Sometimes you want to move to an adjacent spot rather than spinning it. There's various ways, but it's a pretty simple game. The duels are the slightly clunky spot. I can sit there and say, I'm taking that from you. And if I know you're going to bid 3 ghosts, 3 haunt cards on it, I might bid nothing so that you get that ghost and you get some points, but you might lose. And let's pause here and talk about those haunt cards. At the end of the game, whoever has the most haunt cards loses all the ghosts of their biggest type. Frankly, they should have just said, you lose. Because unless you have made an even spread across the board, which is possible but doubtful, losing your biggest group is going to cause you to lose so many points you cannot win. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't just say, you lose. It just seems like that would have been fine anyway. But some people aren't going to like that, and it is a little wonky in a 2-player game because you're just sitting there thinking, do I have more than that person? In a multiplayer game, it works much better because, oh, well, Bob took some, and Susan took some, and Sally took some, and Melissa took some, so I need to figure out, I could take a few, right? As long as you don't have the most. But the game is light, pleasant, fast enough. I found it to be fun. The artwork and theme come through. And it's the kind of game that if I know someone's at the store and they pick it up and buy it, I can go, whew, good game. You'll enjoy it. If you're a Disney fan, you'll probably enjoy it more than not. But even if you're not a Disney fan and you're just looking for a lightweight family-style game, this isn't going to appeal to maybe heavier gamers. And it's not one I know that I want to play all the time. But when I played it with my kids, when I played it with my family, we had an entertaining, wonderful time. So better than the ride. Can I say that? I don't know. Either way, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been a Haunted Mansion on the Dice Tower. Dice Tower judgment approved.